up, Woody Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for World Trigger Chapter 227. So before I get into this recap and live reaction, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel and alone, this video, are not sponsored, and we ain't sponsored by Shueisha, we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus, and we ain't sponsored by Viz. And considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below. So, woo, bam. Okay, so first off, World Trigger manga is selling really well in Japan, so I'm really happy to see it. Second of all, well, we are on an intel gathering mission. Well, I should say Makumo is. And hopefully this means that the squad are going to be doing better on these battle sims, because it's very wishy-washy right now. But anyways, let's get to this chapter, see what's in store for us today. And this chapter is titled The Away Mission Test Part 24. Oh, before I forget, Daisuke, you might want to take some notes from what Tagashi is doing, because, yeah, it might help. It might help with your health. Anyways, now let's get to this. Hello, Kadera. This is Makumo. Hey, Makumo. What intel did you want to ask about? Well, the question is not really that straightforward, but what are your thoughts on the initial exchange in each battle sim match? On the initial exchange? This does sound complicated. Do you mind if I put my whole squad on speakerphone? Go ahead. We might as well do the same. This should be good. The rules say that fellow members of our original squads can't communicate, so Gatori and Miura can't talk to each other. Got it. So by initial exchange, do you mean the first time that units exchange blows during a given match? Yes, that's right. Why are you asking about this in particular? Because I believe that the initial exchange often determines the outcome of the whole match. Ooh, I'm curious what you guys think about that. Do you guys think that the initial exchange often determines the outcome of the whole match? I don't know about that. Let me think about this. If we're talking about team matches, because I'm thinking about team matches here. Because I was thinking one-on-one for a second, but no. With team matches, it just depends. There's a variety of factors into this as well. Because if the squad is working together, if they have their good synergy and they're not fighting amongst each other, then yeah, I could see that. But if they are fighting amongst each other and then eventually, work together and get good synergy, then they could defy the odds and make a comeback. So, I don't know. I don't know about that. It just depends. Yesterday's special assignment asked us to come up with reasons why the B-rank wars pit 3 squads against each other. And one reason I came up with is that one-on-one matches would give too big an advantage to the squad with more people. Yeah, I can believe that. That's very true. Now imagine that after the initial exchange, one squad is left with 2 fewer members than the other. Now they're starting the next turn with a 2-member disadvantage. Once that happens, unless they can find a tactical way to turn things around, that numbers disadvantage will only grow from there. I can believe that. Okay, let's see where you're going with this. As opposed to a match with 3 or 4 squads where a chaotic brawl could still make it anyone's game, even a squad with fewer people. So what you're suggesting is, in the battle sims, losing people in that initial exchange leads directly to the loss of the match? I don't know about that. Again, as I said, it depends. It depends if the team has good synergy or not. Even with less members, if the members that are left have good synergy and good strategy, they can overcome it. So, and if the people that are still around on the team even if they do have good synergy and good strategy, I mean, the team with lesser members could outsmart them and figure their strategy out and overcome it. So it just depends. Um, right, exactly. It's true that I focus mostly on the unit's stats and skills while missing the other obvious factor. Oh, Katora seems frustrated. I guess fighters who are usually strong enough to control the battlefield on their own would find it hard to notice this concept. Whatever comes my way, I always come out on top. I think Makumo is right about this. Some of our matches have ended in draws when we were 1 or 2 people down. I can't remember a time when we were 3 or more down and managed to turn it around. I see. I mean, I was thinking that might be the case, but our squad's win-loss records alone made for a pretty small sample size. That makes sense. So instead of thinking of a match as a set of 6 turns, we should emphasize and prioritize that very first attack. Is that it? Well, yeah, sure, I can agree with that, to prioritize the first attack, but you guys should just have a strategy in general. Like, what happens if the first attack fails? You should have a backup plan. Well, I'm convinced. I'm convinced. I think my squad's record supports this theory. Great, thanks. I'm feeling more confident now too. However, this probably benefits us more than them, right? Anything else you wanted to ask? Well, we'll answer as best we can. Well, one more thing. I'm Yui. By the way, I'm in charge of data. Oh, hello, Yui. This is Rakuda. I'm handling data on our end. Rakuda, how's it going? So the data on enemy unit stats and skills are full of holes and gaps, right? It seems to me like that info is being filled in at random in a way that has nothing to do with what happens in the matches. So I was thinking we could compare notes and fill in a bunch of the blanks in our respective data. I just sent you an image. Ooh, she's right. They have different data than us. They do. I wonder if that's the same with all of them. Interesting. Sharing data on every squad would take forever, but it'd be worth our time to swap info on Ninomiya and Mizukami's squad at least. Of course, I'll send you ours. This is neither here nor there, but Katori, what does your Omnipension skill do? It's a garbage skill. It allows the user to equip 2 penchant skills at the same time for free. Ooh, what? Yeah, but I only got 3 choices in the drop-down list anyway, so for this is like there's penchant for Scorpion. When Scorpion is included in your trigger loadout, your available action tokens increase by 2. Penchant for pistols. When gunner triggers are included in your trigger loadout, your available action tokens increase by 1, and the attack of gunner triggers is boosted. Penchant for wire mobility. When your unit is on a cell with wires set up, receive a boost to attack, evasion, and defense. Wait, what? How is that a garbage skill? Oh, come on. Oh, so basically you get 1 more skill than everyone else? That seems kind of overpowered. I don't know, the penchant skills are all kind of meh. I don't think they're kind of meh. That's beneficial. I've got a question. It seems like your squad's full of folks who don't have a lot of try-on. How do you keep winning matches? He's probably asking in the hopes of fixing Makumo's main weakness. I think it's fine to tell them. Helping them raises the odds of Mizukami or Ninomiya suffering a much-needed loss or 2. Well, instead of relying on shooter triggers, blade triggers consume less try-on but still pack a punch. Of course, it might be apples and oranges stat-wise, but still. Using Makumo as an example, he'll have better defense with Ray Gus than with a typical shield. Oh, that solves one of our problems. We can't be sure until we actually try it out, though. This has all been really helpful. May fortune favor both our squads. You better go ahead and make sure those other squads eat some losses. As long as you know, we'll be fighting to win when we face you. Is that everything you need? You need to cheese this thing? Not quite. There's one more piece of the puzzle. Hope you're doing well, Sua. What would you say to teaming up with us on the battle sims? Teaming up, huh? Why come to me and my peeps? I mean, we've got 2 consecutive wins against your squad, so you're a pretty safe choice. I'll beat the crap out of you, Tagawa. Just kidding. kidding. It was Kuga's idea, actually. Looks like you're the one worrying about a squad mate. Aw. Worrying? Not me. I just think allying with Asamu could net us some wins. Cool. Go ahead and send Nutagawa our data. You got it. So, what's this final piece of the puzzle? Oh, right. I've been thinking about it all day, and I realized what distinguishes our squad from the others. It's the fact that we have three Ooh, that's a good point. We have three captains on our squad. Three captains? Pretty sure the only captain here is Suwa. Ah, the captains of Kotori Squad, Suwa Squad, and Tamakoma Squad, Tamakoma too. That's what you mean, right? Yes. Now that you mention it, what's that got to do with anything? Let me explain step by step. As we just discussed, I have a feeling that the initial exchange is the key to each match. Whether or not a squad emerges from the initial exchange in the lead damage-wise, as Oki suggested during the meeting, all depends on teamwork and getting our skills working in tandem. It just so happens that Mizukami's squad already found one good way to go about it. Basically, a single person handles all the teamwork. Yeah. True enough, but dude, I love that panel too. True enough, but that's already a no-go at this point, since the number of units go up every day. Yes, it would be a lot to ask of any one of us, but if all three captains split up the work, I think we can pull it off. Huh? So you're suggesting we take our squad and chop it up into 3 mini Mizukami squads? Mini Mizukami squads, right? Oh, that's actually pretty smart. Because they're captains, so they can, so instead of them controlling their own squad, their own character, they, think of it as their own squad. That's pretty smart. Okay, I see what you're doing. Oh, I get it. That's exactly it. Attackers, shooters, gunners, snipers. Each role has its own way of thinking and taking action. This is how we operate. Meanwhile, since the captain's job is to take command of the operation, they know how to formulate combos that require teamwork. Exactly! Our opponent is those guys, so we'll get in position here and here. See, you know what? The first thing I think of is Peyton Manning's approach to football. Because if you, for those of you that were Colts or Colts and Broncos fans, especially Colts fans, you guys know how Peyton Manning ran the ship over there. He was basically like the offensive coach. He might as well have been the Colts offensive coordinator. He ran the ship over there. He knew how he made sure things were working the way he wanted it to, and it was a machine. Just saying. Anyways, I hope that makes sense. Anyways, we may not be on Mizukami's level, but I think we can put together 3 little squads that can pull off complex and accurate tactics better than most other squads can. Yeah, I can believe that. Now I'm imagining team attacks in 3 locations at once. Yeah, that might even outshine what Mizukami is capable of. Exactly. But now that I think about it, Mizukami might be a fantastic captain. Seriously. My usual squad doesn't have any snipers, though. Same goes for Sua's. That's where Oki comes in. Glad to know I still got a job to do. Right, that settles it. We won't know until tomorrow if we're getting even more units or not, but based on the info we've got right now, it makes sense to take our strategy in that direction. So basically, I think what they're saying is Oki would take control of the snipers. He would take take the sniping control while they control the other roles, which I think is actually pretty smart. We'll do plenty of prep tonight and go wild tomorrow. Got it. And so sealed environment phase, morning of day 4. Each unit's stats and triggers are reflective of the previous rank war season. For each match, select up to 5 units whose trigger loadouts can be reassigned. Any unit may be controlled by any squad member. There are even more now. The second half of the oh god, Mizukami's like, oh fuck. The second half of the delegated assignments mostly has to do with trigger engineering. Nothing we can't solve with the resources they've given us, though it could eat up a good chunk of time. Hey, at least they've given you resources. Attention, please. Valued squad members, there's something I must tell all of you. Oh shit, Mizukami's gonna tell them? Why is he suddenly speaking all formally? Mizukami's gonna tell them what's been going down, huh? Oh god, they're gonna be pissed. Oh shit. Oh no, the jig is up, Mizukami. The jig is up. No, the jig is up. this is going to be, next chapter is going to be so good. I can't wait to see what happens with Mizukami. I can't wait to see how the squad reacts, if they're gonna turn on each other or not. Because remember what I said, you could start off strong in the initial clash. Yeah, you can start strong, but if your team is not in sync, and they could start fighting midway through, and then then the team that was not in synergy and not in sync, they can become in sync and rise up from the ashes and fuck you up. Yeah, I got a feeling that's what's going to be going down here, and I love it. So, what did you guys think of this chapter? I really like that this chapter went into strategy, because this is very, very important. But the other thing that I really like here is I really like the idea of the captains, because remember, the squad has 3 captains here, that each captain makes their own mini squad, since they do know how to form strategies using their squads, because that's what they do, and work off of that. And it's great practice for them when they go on an away mission. And you have to wonder if that's maybe what the idea was with these with this battle simulation. I wonder if that's what it was, so that way each member can get an idea, like in case they have to, switch up their roles, can get an idea of what it's like to be in that role. I wonder if that's what it is, or hell, if not just that, if they have to be a captain, or if they get promoted to captain, they can get an idea of what to do, or get, you know what I mean? So I think this is a very interesting approach to this. I really do like it. I like that they're thinking on their feet like this. What do you guys think about this in terms of like the battle sim approach that they're doing? And do you think that that's maybe what the idea was for these battle sims? Was for them to maybe make their own squads, not use their own characters the entire time and play as themselves, but to create, their own squads with it, each one member of each of their team being, a member of their group, so that way they can come up with their own strategies like that. So that way they get to know how their team functions. I feel like that's what the idea was. And with that in mind, that's actually really, really brilliant on the test part, like the purpose of the test part. I like that a lot. I do. That's actually pretty brilliant. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing. I want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more World Trigger content. A few ways you could do that: donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.